This probably isn't the best angle, but I just wanted to talk about IXALAN, this new Lost Cavern of IXALAN, versus the immediate past set, Wilds of Eldraine. So right now we are very fresh into Lost Cavern of Ixalan season. I think it just officially released. Pre-release was already concluded really recently. But something that you notice between the two packs is when you went to Wilds of Eldraine, every pack had an enchanting tale. But you see with the Lost Cavern Ixalan, it actually doesn't have the similar kind of treatment because the special guest or the Jurassic Park card actually doesn't come in the same way that the Enchanting Tales did. Initially, when I was talking with a friend about it, I was actually wondering why is it that in the Enchanting Tales there was one in every pack, but with this, with the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, it only comes like one in every 8 or one in every 12 pack for the special guest and the Jurassic Park cards. Then I eventually realized that the difference between the Enchanting Tales and all of these new Jurassic Park cards and special guests is that it's only the special guests which are actually reprints. All of the Enchanting Tales were just enchantments that existed before and are reprinted in a new skin. And I'm all for that, but it's really a different experience because these are all reprints, which I love the reprints because it makes all of those cards cheaper. But for the Jurassic Park situation, these are new cards, and a lot of them are very powerful cards. It is a bit unfortunate, however, that sometimes your Jurassic Park slot can be a land instead of an actual card. That just makes the lands a bit rarer. Though, officially, for these sets of lands, I don't think they look exactly the best for a magic setting, but I do think they reflect the world of Jurassic Park pretty well. Between you and me, I just don't really like those kinds of lands. I think it doesn't help the lands that the other special lands that you can pull from this set are one of the most absolutely beautiful, most beautiful lands you can actually pull. Look at these lands. They are so good compared to the Jurassic Park ones where they do reflect the world, they succeed in that, but it's not, oh my god, look at them. Look at the comparison. Anyway, long story short, before coming to this video, I was just assuming that the reprints don't actually affect the older versions of the cards. And I couldn't have been more wrong because I just checked Smothering Tide and I was really happy to pick up Smothering Tide this time. In our local currency, it's like a thousand pesos. That's roughly equivalent to around 20 bucks, I guess. And I can see that the Smothering Tide recently is already selling for like, I don't know, like 15, 17 bucks. But then when I looked at the older prices of the older Smothering Tides, they also dropped down to like 13 bucks. I was sure that they were all holding at 20. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't checked the charts on how the price has changed because of the reprints, but I was just under the assumption that the older versions would hold a better price, then the newer version would be a bit worse, and that makes the game more accessible, but it makes it feel a bit bad for those who collected a lot of those older Smothering Tides hoping for them to go up, instead being faced with a reprint forcing the card price to go down, except for the foil versions. A lot of the foil versions or the special versions of the cards seem like they're still pretty pricey, especially if you look at the most recent anime art. So the regular Smothering Tide, which looks like a cute little guy, is under market value for a Smothering Tide, but the the Ara Smothering Tide is 50 bucks. And then if you get that in the, what's it called, confetti foil or whatever it is, it's like 200 bucks. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. The whole point is I was trying to gauge the value between Lost Caverns of Ixalan versus Wilds of Eldraine. And I think it might not have been a fair comparison because the two products are trying to do different things. But I'm just gonna give you the breakdown in my opinion. See, I'm a very casual Magic player and I just play Commander mostly. And in Commander, I really appreciate all of those reprints, because the reprints through the Wilds of Eldraine Enchanting Tales make a lot of these cards, which were previously, not as accessible, pretty accessible to a lot of us. Like, right now there are so many doubling seasons waiting for someone to buy them at your local game store, or the Parallel Lives, or the Primal Vigors. I don't remember when Primal Vigor was only like $4 a card, but surprise, here it is, and that's amazing. So with the fact that you got like an enchanting tale in almost every pack, I think it's every pack. I did not double check, but the fact that you get an enchanting tale in every pack means that you have these like kind of like random cards which should just go in like a couple of your random decks, and they're all pretty unique. They're from a lot of time in Magic's history, so it's a better experience in my opinion for the commander player. Now when you go to Ixalan, and I love the Ixalan set a lot more, I think, because of the flavor. But when it comes to the Jurassic Park and the special guest, I wasn't asked for it because there's just a lot less of it. But I get it because they're all new card design. They also didn't have like a commander product where you would shove the special guest into, or the Jurassic Park into. So I get what they're trying to do. I guess, like, opening the packs, I enjoy it less because you just get less compared to the Wilds of Eldraine. You get one of everything. Sometimes you get a hit, sometimes you don't, but you get like it feels like a special treat in every pack compared to Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I don't know what the special treatment is in every pack, but it's kind of noticeable when compared to like Strixhaven. You got all those mystical archives, and Wilds of Eldraine, where you get all of these enchanting tales. So tell me in the comments down below, how do you feel about reprints, especially in this style? Like, you take a really powerful card but you just paint over it in a different art, and is that okay? Or does that force all of the cards to bring down their price? I don't know. How do you feel about it? Tell me in the comments down below. Here we are. We're just here to have fun with Magic. So I don't know. Peace.